Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a completely awe-inspiring cosmic journey to uncover some of the most mind-blowing wonders of our solar system. I am so thrilled you're joining me because we are going to look at some absolutely phenomenal facts that will, quite frankly, completely redefine how you view our cosmic neighborhood.
Okay, so let's just dive right into this. Imagine a place where a single day actually outlasts an entire year. Or, get this, where it literally rains diamonds from the sky. Stick with me because our final stop is going to completely blow your mind. You know, we often look up at the night sky and just think of it as this quiet, peaceful, empty void. But the reality we're unpacking today is so much more chaotic, dramatic, and just flat out fascinating than that.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Extreme Worlds and Weather.
First up, Venus. This place hits a blistering 465 degrees Celsius. For context, that is literally hot enough to melt solid lead. But here's the ultimate cosmic irony. Mercury is actually physically closer to the Sun, yet Venus stays hotter. Why? Well, its incredibly thick, heavy atmosphere acts like a giant greenhouse. It traps all that solar heat and basically turns the entire planet into an absolute furnace.
As we move outward from the inner planets, we hit Jupiter's Great Red Spot. You've probably seen pictures of it, right? It's this massive, swirling, ancient hurricane of cosmic gas that's been raging continuously for hundreds of years. And to truly wrap your head around its scale, our entire home planet, Earth, could fit comfortably right inside of it. It's literally a storm larger than an entire world.
And hey, if you think a centuries-old storm sounds intense, wait until you hear about Neptune. The winds there reach terrifying speeds of over 2,000 kilometers per hour. That makes them the absolute fastest winds recorded anywhere in the solar system. To put that into perspective for us here on Earth, those freezing winds move quicker than many of our advanced military fighter jets. Just try to imagine supersonic winds tearing through a distant, icy atmosphere. It's wild.
Which leads us right into Section 2, Bizarre Cosmic Phenomena.
Let's jump back to Venus for a second, because it exists in this totally bizarre, time-bending reality. One full rotation of Venus on its axis takes 243 Earth days, but completing one full orbit around the Sun, that only takes 225 Earth days. So a single day there is actually longer than its entire year. It completely turns our whole concept of calendars upside down.
Meanwhile, way out in the freezing depths of the outer planets, we find the answer to our opening question. Scientists believe that deep inside gas giants like Neptune and Uranus, there's an environment of such extreme crushing pressure that it literally crushes standard carbon into crystalline structures, meaning, yes, it literally rains diamonds inside these planets. I know, it sounds like pure science fiction, but it is a genuine planetary reality.
Now let's contrast that intense diamond-crushing pressure with a wonderfully strange physical paradox over on Saturn. Saturn is actually the least dense planet in our entire solar system. Despite its massive imposing size and all those iconic rings, it is so incredibly light that it would actually float, assuming, of course, you could somehow find a giant cosmic ocean big enough to hold it.
But despite all these raging storms, bizarre weather patterns, and crushing diamond rains we've covered, what happens if you're standing right in the middle of space? Like, could two astronauts hear each other talking? The answer is a resounding no. Space itself is dead silent because it's a vacuum. There's no air to carry sound waves, meaning two astronauts standing shoulder to shoulder couldn't hear each other at all without their electronic radios. The most violent events in the universe happen in absolute eerie silence.
Moving right along, let's dive into Section 3, Mind-Boggling Proportions.
We really need to talk about the scale of our host star because it is almost unfathomable. The Sun is so massive, it holds 99.8% of all the mass in the entire solar system. Literally everything else, every planet, every moon, every asteroid, and us, fits into that tiny little 0.2% sliver. The Sun is so huge, you could fit over 1 million Earths inside it. We are basically just tiny dust motes orbiting a colossal sphere of plasma.
But hey, the planets boast their own geological giants too. Take Mars. It's home to Olympus Mons, which is the largest volcano ever discovered, towering an astonishing 22 kilometers high. Let's ground that number for a second. That is nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Just imagine a single mountain so tall it absolutely dwarfs the tallest peak on our own planet. The scale is just phenomenal.
And finally, that brings us to Section 4, our perfect planet.
After seeing all this chaos and extreme environments, it really puts our home into perspective.
Earth sits perfectly within what astrophysicists call the habitable zone. It's this precise, peaceful distance from the sun that allows liquid water to exist stably right on the surface. It's not too hot where it boils away like on Venus, and not too cold where it freezes like on Neptune. It's the strict, perfect prerequisite for biology.
If our planet were placed just a little closer or even slightly farther away among all these cosmic extremes we've discussed today, life as we know it simply might never have existed. All the complex ecosystems, all of human history, and literally everyone you have ever known is possible purely because we are parked in this fragile, perfect little cosmic oasis.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. Considering the diamond rains, massive storms that swallow Earths, and floating planets out there in the dark, I gotta ask, which fact surprised you the most? Take a moment to reflect on the sheer wild diversity of our solar system. The universe is a really fascinating place, and there is always more to learn. Thank you so much for exploring with me today, and keep looking up.